Dr. Valerie, Daniel, and Hartono from Indonesia Semakin ke Depan KPY. Until now, Indonesia is still categorized as prone to discrimination country. It is an unresolved issue for over the years. With Pancasila as the state ideology, it is hoped that we can become one. In reality, we are far from that. According to Setara Institute, an institution that promotes anti-discrimination and anti-intolerance to create peace and good democracy, their monitoring results said that there were more than 600 cases that violated freedom of religion and belief during 2020, and 239 of them were committed by state actors, and the 71 cases are included in Discrimination Act. The high level of discrimination in Indonesia is reinforced by the monitoring results from International Religious Freedom, which states that Indonesia is still a country that lacks of religious freedom. Their analysis shows the level of discrimination increased during the pandemic.
Dua laporan soal kebebasan beragama internasional terbit dalam sebulan terakhir. Kedua laporan menyoroti betapa pandemi digunakan sebagai dalih untuk membatasi kebebasan beragama khususnya bagi para minoritas. Namun khusus untuk Indonesia, penggunaan ideologi negara untuk pembenaran juga dinilai rawan penyalahgunaan.
Dalam laporan ini, Indonesia termasuk negara yang kebebasan beragamanya buruk. Serupa dengan laporan tahunan USERT, atau Komisi Kebebasan Beragama Internasional, lembaga independen bentukan Kongres yang terbit akhir April. Yusuf menilai sejauh ini komitmen pemerintahan Jokowi untuk menjunjung tinggi toleransi beragama tidak sesuai dengan kenyataan maupun ideologi negara.
Let me show you some evidence that will explain why discrimination specifically in terms of religious freedom is an issue that has no end in Indonesia. First, there is obligatory rules wearing hijab for non-Muslim students in one of high school in Padang. Second, there are difficulties for non-Muslim students in running for student council. Third, prohibition of some religious activities. Last but not least, a case from one of the residents in Bantul. He had his residence permit revoked because he was a non-Muslim. The latest discrimination case occurred at SMA Negeri 2 Depok, which will be discussed further by my friend.
SMA N 2 Depok recently objects rumors of discriminatory action towards members of Rohkris. This is because recently there's a viral news and images on social media that was spreaded, where it was shown that the members of Rohkris were not given a room to do their religious activity. The pictures that were spread out online was actually uploaded by the coordinator of Rohkris itself, Mayesti Sitorus. Mayesti Sitorus took the pictures in hopes of having the school to actually facilitate Rohkris. Other than that, Mayesti Sitorus also sent the pictures to an alumni group, which led to it being viral and claimed as discrimination, and leaving the general public left to assume without knowing the truth. The headmaster of SMA N 2 Depok, Wawan Ridwan, tries to clarify the rumors by saying that the members of Rohkris were waiting for the room to be open for Rohkris to use. After this claim, the vice headmaster of SMA N 2 Depok, Asep Panji, conceded that there were not enough facility for religious activity, and also clarified that the members of Rohkris were waiting outside of the door to be unlocked as well. The problem was framed as miscommunication. This then sparks a conversation which led the DPRD member of Depok to come directly to the school to make sure what happened. In reality, it was due to human error. The office boy simply forgot to check the WhatsApp group that there was a schedule change, and there was also another excuse that the room was being fully occupied by school uniforms. Therefore, we can classify this problem as human error instead of discrimination, which ended this case with the coordinator of Rohkris and headmaster of SMA N 2 Depok closing the case in good terms. But regardless of this problem being human error or miscommunication, we still think that facilities still need to be provided for many religious organizations within SMA N Depok so that they are able to exercise their religion comfortably.
Now, talking about the impact. This incident is a major problem for the school, even though the actual case is not really about discrimination and more towards human error. SMA N Depok lost its reputation as a good school, which is a crucial aspect in getting students to enroll. Parents might now think twice in planning to enroll their children there, or they might not even bother. This then would impact their finances and so on. Not only that this incident affects the school, it also damages the reputation of those who are involved in the case, such as the headmaster who gave a clarification notice and attended the meeting with DPRD Depok, and also Mayas Tisitorus, the coordinator of Rockris. This could badly affect their career in the education industry. So here are our recommendations so that similar incidents wouldn't happen in the future. So firstly, report or complain properly. This is the most obvious thing that someone would recommend because this was the reason why the whole thing happened in the first place. Since the event was involving religion and religious activities that are quite sensitive here in Indonesia, it's not wise to share misleading information to other people without giving a clear explanation. It's better to properly complain and report to the officials such as the headmaster of the school, and if not responded pleasantly, therefore one could report to the higher end such as the DPRD or the representative council instead of sharing such sensitive info to personal social media group. Secondly, clear administration process. The reason why the students were having to wait the reallocated room to be open is because there wasn't a clear step-by-step process of changing classrooms in the school system. We would assume that the office boy who was late, it was because he forgot to check the WhatsApp group and not expecting any changes to be made. This might happen because there wasn't a time frame standard for the classroom changes. For instance, notification of classroom reallocation has to be issued 1 day prior, for example. And this way, everyone can prepare, the teachers, the students, and the office boy. In this case, the school should have noticed earlier that the multi-purpose room is going to be used to store uniforms, and therefore the information should be relayed as soon as possible. In addition, if there's a class reallocation, there should be a formal notice coming from the higher end of the school, such as the headmaster or the vice headmaster, so that first, the instruction is clear, and second, there will be an official tangible notice that could be used as an evidence if something like the incident happens in the future. Thirdly, provide a clear and definite room for Rockris students. It is undeniable that the school needs to facilitate the Rockris group in order to reclaim their reputation. In order to uphold religious freedom, we think that schools really need to facilitate religious activities and really prioritize them. In this case, SMA N Depok could let the Rockris group to use the multi-purpose room permanently, or they could reallocate the group to other classroom permanently and prioritize them in using the classroom over anyone else, since the Muslim students already have their own permanent place. Lastly, SMA N Depok could cooperate with the nearest church if possible to reallocate their activities when something like the incident happens again. Although, as we suggested, providing permanent location for Rockris group is recommended. We found some churches near the school, around 4 to 5 minutes walk, which should be possible to reallocate the activities to. It would also show how serious the school is in upholding the religious freedom, since the Muslim students have their own mosque. Thank you so much for watching. We would be very happy if you could hit the like button and the subscribe button. It helps us a lot. See you!